Alright, so we've got the second layer all complete. Now we're working on the third layer. If we look at the PowerPoint, we see that when it comes to the sequencing of the cube, we have quite a bit to go. Okay, so we've already done the middle layer. Now we have the yellow cross on the top. Then we're going to get the yellow cross side pieces, and then we're going to put the corners in the correct position and then flip the corners. So just like what we did here, we first got the white cross and then we made sure that it was all lined up with that's our next step. We're going to get the yellow cross, make sure that it's all lined up, and then we're going to put the corners in the right spot, and then if we need to flip the corners, we're going to do that. Okay, and then you're done. Okay, so right now when I'm looking at my PowerPoint, after we solve the second layer, there's 4 ways that the top part of our Rubik's Cube could look. We can have a line, like I have the line right now. Okay, you could also get a dot, and I'm not looking at the corners. Okay, so I have a dot right now, or I can have this left-hand turn, and then the last way is the cross. So this is the sequence if you're going to do this zombie algorithm in order to get the cross, and how you hold it is super crucial. So make sure that you follow those directions. So it doesn't matter what side I start on right now because I just have the yellow dot. So I'm going to do the zombie algorithm. Okay, so I'm holding it like this, and a zombie's going to pop up, and you can tell because he's all pale. Okay, so you're going to chop off his head in that direction because you're about to go this way. You don't want to chop off his head where you're going to go because there's be blood and guts and everything. So we chop the head off, and now we're going to round the corner, and then another zombie pops up. You can tell, but this guy doesn't have a head, so when you go to chop off his head, you're going to miss, so might as well just bury him. So now we're going to bury him down. Okay, and then we're going to come back. This guy came back to life, the zombie, so we're going to bury him. And so as we look at the top, we see that now we have the line. Remember, I just had the dot before. So it's really important that I hold the cube in this orientation where the line is going this way. Think of it like the yellow brick road, okay? So I have to be able to walk on it this way, and I'm going to do that algorithm one more time. So zombie pops up, chop off its head, round the corner, another zombie pops up, miss, bury, go back, and bury. And so now what that gives me is the left-hand turn, as we could see on the PowerPoint slide. That's how we want to hold it, not like this, not like anything else. And notice I'm not looking at the corners. I'm just looking at the yellow cross pieces. So I got to hold it like this. I'm going to do the algorithm one more time. Zombie pops up, chop off its head, round the corner, other zombie pops up, miss, bury, go back, bury. Okay, and then that gives us our yellow cross. So now moving on to the next step, we need to get all the cross side pieces lined up. So I'm going to spin this until at least 2 of them are all lined up. Okay, so you're always going to have at least 2 of them lined up. So I see green is lined up, but no other one. So spin it again. Okay, here we go. So I've got the orange and I've got the blue that are lined up. Now you always want to put a solved piece facing away from you. Okay, so if it's solved and it's facing away from you, there's 2 ways that it could be. It could be where opposite sides are solved, as you can see on the PowerPoint. Opposite sides are solved right here, or like in this case, we have these 2 adjacent sides that are solved. So these 2 guys are solved. So I'm going to hold it where it's solved away from me and solved on my right hand. Okay, and then I'm going to do the general. Here it goes. So I call it the general because it kind of sounds like up, left, left, right, like that kind of thing. Okay, so up, left, down, left, up, left, down, and if you do it one more left, then it's going to line up each and every single one of these. Okay, so let's go over that again. Up, left, down, left, up, left, down, left. Okay, and so what that did is that just put things back. So if you wanted to practice this move, you could just keep doing the algorithms, and it'll put it back to where you were. Okay, so these 2 guys are solved, and these 2 are not. So I'm going to hold it where it's solved away from me and solved on my right hand, and do it again. Up, left, down, left, up, left, down, left. Okay, and so now we've got all of the cross side pieces all lined up. And so now my next move is to get, I call this the double zombie, or I used to call it the snake, but it's to get the corner pieces in the right corner. So let me explain what's going on here. This corner piece, See, all of them look like they're not in the right spot, but this one actually is in the right spot because we look at the color scheme. Remember the centers. This is green and this is red, and this is green and this is red. So this piece is in the right spot. This one over here does have a blue one, but it should have red, and it doesn't have red. So if I do have one that's in the right spot, I'm going to hold it right here, okay, in my right hand. Think right corner in my right hand, and I'm going to follow the double zombie. Okay, so just like in a video game or something, a double zombie, they don't pop out until you like open a door or something. So you always have to open the top, and then a zombie's going to pop up. So you're going to chop off his head, then another zombie's going to pop up. Then you're going to chop off his head, and as I chop off his head comes back. Okay, so go ahead and just bury him. Okay, then put his head back on, and then you're going to bury him. Okay, now what that does is it rotates these three corners around, shifts them around, but it leaves this corner the same. So I'm going to assess again and see if any of my corners are in the right spot. These three are not, this one is. Okay, so this one right here is in the right spot, so I'm going to keep it in my right hand, and I'm going to do it again. Open it up. Oh no, there's a zombie, right? Chop off his head, another zombie pops up, chop off his head, put him back, go ahead and bury him, and then bring his head back on, and then bury him. All right, so what that does, all these corners are now in the correct position. Some of them actually solved. This one's in the right spot, I can tell because it's blue and orange. Blue and orange is good. Okay. Oh, before I move on, I just want to let you guys know that you should only have to do that move max 3 times. Okay, so if you're doing this over and over again, then you're not doing it right. What you're probably what's happening is that you have a right corner, and then you're not keeping it in your right hand. You keep moving it. Okay, so if you have a right corner, stick with that corner the whole time. Okay, so now we're on the last move. This one's super important because you have to complete the whole move in order for this to really happen. Okay, so the last thing that we need to do is the corner pieces are in the right spot, but now they just need to be flipped, okay, where yellow is on top. So the last move is the down, left, up, right, so D-L-U-R. It's not the orientation like I talked about earlier in the video. Just watch me and it'll make sense. Okay, so I'm going to take this side right here. I'm going to go down, and I'm going to move that left, then move that up, and then move that right. I'm going to keep doing that algorithm until this turns yellow. Down, left, up, right. Not yellow. Down, left, up, right. Not yellow. Down, left, up, right. Notice that I completed that last move to right. It's yellow. And then also let's look at our cube. We see that this part is all mixed up. This part is not. We don't want to mix up our whole cube. Okay, we don't want to like throw away all that hard work. So what we're going to do is just kind of rotate the top to the next corner that needs to be flipped, like this is the changing room. Okay, and we're going to do that same algorithm. Down, left, up, right. Down, left, up, right. And just like before, we see that this is orange, so this just needs to be flipped over to orange, and bam, you got the Rubik's Cube down. Okay, so just practice that. You should be able to do it in under 5 minutes, and good luck. Enjoy the cube.